County, actually ran on the Republican ticket. Didn't make it through the runoff there, but the Republican primary, I should say. He's decades on the force, has been undergoing surgery down at MUSC. His condition is unknown. We do know that law enforcement, of course, from across the Low Country has been, coming together down at MUSC and also down at the area where the shooting went down just before 11 o'clock last night, about 10:30, when shots rang out. At the Exxon there on Highway 52 in the Cypress Gardens area of Moncks Corner. And folks overnight heard helicopters. It was because that gunman actually carjacked an SUV, took off, the masked gunman, wearing a long white shirt. I think it was a long sleeve white shirt they described, and pants with a gray stripe. And because I guess his hands were covered and he had a mask on, no one knows his race at this hour, which this big fail Friday, say Robert really shouldn't matter what his race is. Well, Robert, let me just say this: when someone's on the run, on the lam, and you want people to call in any kind of tips, race helps.
I don't think that that race matters. If a person does something bad and they shoot a police officer,
Shooting in general, I understand that.
What they do is the worst thing. To hurt somebody and to do something cruel, and then to use your color as some type of lifesaver, because, or the reason why I did it because I was black, or the reason why something happened was because of a race. Using your race as a shield. It can be a shield, because I was denied access to Trident Tech College, and
is this where you go to school?
Yes, I go to school at Trident. I'm just now. I'm deciding. I have a transition period between now and the fall. I can go back in the fall and still be a current student. But there was.
What? Because you're black? What are you talking about?
Well, there was a black officer that profiled me while I was having lunch on the tech campus.
I'm sorry. Did you just say the black officers profile black people? Okay, I just want to make sure I heard that.
Yeah, they profile black on black discrimination, black on black crime. Is something that's underreported in the Democrat liberal media. The liberal.
So let me ask you this then, Robert. Are you surprised then that you got profiled?
I am not surprised, because what generally happens with the house black, the blackish black, profiling the field black. I'm a field black. I don't understand
what that means. What does that mean?
I'm very dark complected. I'm a very dark complected black man. In the lighter your skin is as a black man, the more privilege you have with the modern black woman, the modern democratic black woman. Well, but because I'm dark skinned, even though I'm a student, I was the president of the Visual Arts Association at Trident Tech. I know Dr. Thornley. Dr. Thornley knows me. She hugs me. She kisses me. But the modern house Mammie shuns me and discriminates against me to the point of not allowing me access to Trident Tech campus.
So I'm just trying to get to your general point here, which is what?
Is that it doesn't matter the color of the perpetrator of a discrimination, it doesn't matter what color the assailant was. It's what they do. Stop looking at the color of things and qualifying things as being bad or good based upon what the color of the person that did it was.
Well, and I understand your general point. The difference, Robert, is that this person is literally on the run right now, which is why the description of the suspect is the most important. But you're trying to get to a general point here. I understand that.
Thanks.
It's a Big Fail Friday edition of the show. You can use the hashtag and the pound sign. Put it all together. It's Big Fail and Friday. You also can actually, when you put it out there, I should say on social media, we can share it here on the air. It's why we use the hashtag. Much more coming up, and there's no bigger fail than having yet another law enforcement officer, now right here in the Low Country, cut down in the line of duty. He's undergoing surgery. We'll find out the very latest with the Berkeley County Sheriff's Lieutenant shot, who's in surgery this morning, what we know about the lieutenant and this shooting, and the ongoing search for the suspect coming up.
This update brought to you by Q104.5. Now, the latest from the Disaster Plus 24/7 Weather Center. We are starting off again nice and mild this morning. Get a few clouds around throughout the day. Today, though, more sunshine mixing with clouds and temperatures a few degrees below normal, topping out around 80 to 81 degrees. For tonight, a few clouds return. We're back in the mid-60s, and for Saturday,
That was really awesome.
high around 82 to 83. I'm ABC News 4 meteorologist Chad Watson. Q104.5. That's what the Low Country's classic rock sounds like. Fox News Radio. I'm Chris Foster. The wreckage of a Marine helicopter has been spotted in Nepal. 6 Americans and 2 Nepalese soldiers were on an earthquake relief mission.
3 charred bodies were found near the wreckage, some 15 miles from the town of Cherakote, where it had gone missing on Tuesday while delivering humanitarian aid to 2 villages hit by the devastating quake. The chopper had dropped off aid to 1 and then vanished when it was en route to the second village.
Fox News Radio's Justin Gallagher. B.B. King died, 89 years old.
Till 3 o'clock in the morning. BB's 3 o'clock blues went to number 1 on the R&B chart.